You're such an asshole.
Hey all, we have an eccentric request from Scott. And Scott's a conspiracy theorist, which is the first step in admitting you have a problem. And Scott writes, I have the wildest question you may have ever been asked. And no, this is not the wildest question. I've had very much weirder questions. But it's up there. It's up there. I'm a whack job, tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist, and for a variety of very tinfoil hat reasons, I think California may get hit with something like an ARKStorm this winter. And then he provides me a link, and I look through it. And so I'll take a little bit of time to explain what an ARKStorm is. The ARKStorm is like kind of, not necessarily a doomsday scenario. They had one that happened in 1861, 1862. And basically what it is a big-ass storm came out of the Pacific and flooded California. If you don't know California is kind of like, it's a vagina. There are two mountains this size, and then there's a valley. And it flooded that valley, and there was problems, and dams were wiped out, and all this other stuff. And it wreaked a lot of havoc. And so what they're worried about now is because California is usually typically dry, it's typically desert. What if it got hit with basically a monsoon? Would its sewer and septic systems be able to handle? Would the flooding systems be able to handle it? And no, it wouldn't, because I don't want to click on it, but I think it was something like 300 inches or some ungodly amount. I mean, this mountain, you can look, I'll put the link down below. It just gets hit with a ton of water that the system's not able to handle. This results in mudslides, flooding, towns being wiped out, all this other stuff. And then the U.S. government, FEMA, came out with a study saying, look, it's going to be $750 billion worth of damage if something like this were to happen. They estimate it to be a every 200-year to 500-year type of storm. And, yeah, so that's what an ARKStorm is. It's basically a big-ass rainstorm, hits California, system can't handle it, almost $1 trillion worth of damage. So, if on the outside chance that I am correct, I am looking for what might in turn be the best investment opportunities after California endures $1 trillion worth of flood damage. I'm good for at least an hour of your consulting. I'm curious to see what you came up with. So I did. I spent the better part of 45 minutes. Now it's 15 minutes, so it's going to be your $100 per hour. And what I did is used models from previous hurricanes and other natural disasters of things that are about to hit. Now, the thing with an ARKStorm is that it's not like, oh, poof, an ARKStorm, oh my God, who knew, oh my goodness. I mean, you'll see it developing, and that provides information, and that information goes to the markets. And so there is a pre-storm being hit, and this happened in Katrina, was it Sandy, a bunch of different hurricanes is basically what I looked at. So people go into preparation mode and they go and they raid retailers. So retailers do very good, but in terms of like what they're buying, the companies you want to buy, Duracell, Energizer, your batteries, your power generators. If you're looking at investing in stocks, you want to look at Cabela's, you want to look at the Walmarts. Anything that provides survival goods, either the retailers themselves or the producers of these survivalist goods as well. Power generation, like Northern Power Tool and Equipment, Home Depot as well. And then the basically two groups of non-survivalist retailers or survivalist producers of goods themselves that go up is gas, energy, as well as reinsurers and insurers. And they don't go up, they go down. So if there's all of a sudden this major storm brewing, and for whatever reason you may happen, conspiracy theorist, tinfoil hat, you think this is going to be the one. If you actually believe in it, then you would short the insurers and reinsurers because you would say, aha, here it comes, but nobody else knows it. And then you would short the General Swiss RE, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, this big storm is approaching California, and now because they're insurance companies, they gotta pay insurance claims. And if you don't know what a reinsurer is kind of like the Federal Reserve or a central bank. It insures all the other banks. It insures all the other insurance companies. So insurance companies buy insurance policies from reinsurers, saying like, look, if we can't cover our claims, you guys pay us. So it's like an insurance company for insurers. That's what reinsurers are. So it's an interesting little market if you're bored and got nothing else to do on a Sunday afternoon. You can research that. I like to combine things. When I research reinsurers, I get a blowjob at the same time when I tap on my lap. Actually, it's not too far off from it. Actually, it is true. It's 100% true. So I combine sex with work. If I had the choice, I would definitely have a higher platformed desk that I could get a blowjob and do these videos. But unfortunately, girlfriend has a real job. What the fuck is up with that? Anyway, all right. So that's pre-hit of the storm that's going to wipe out California. Then the storm hits, and then there's short term, okay, or immediate pre, like, oh my god, we're going to get hit with a hurricane and shit's going to happen. So then your standard, like, emergency goods, medical goods, food, power generators, pharmaceuticals that produce the penicillin and the antibiotics, anything that provides medicine. But then also you have the new thing, this is Katrina, because, hey, you know, cultures are all the same and diversities and all that. There might be some looters and some danger going out there. So your security, your police, your armor providers, AR500.com, there's one for you to look at. Guns, ammo. Also, then, if it's that bad, I mean, this is, I don't want to say doomsday, but it's a pretty bad scenario that an ARKStorm presents. The military is going to have to start flying shit in. So you're looking at helicopter providers, aircraft manufacturers, military transport. There's that security and military. We're going to issue martial law, and we're going to have to shoot some bullets, and we're going to have to wear out some guns. So you'd be looking at weapons, ammo, armor, and then armor transport type of companies that you want to invest in. Then there's the medium to long-term investments that you may want to make. Okay, the storm hits, now we have to rebuild. So now you're looking at your contractors, carpenters, commodities, and I'm not talking oil, like, oh my god, our supply lines are cut. Oh, oil goes. Yeah, oil is like the most fickle bitch there ever was of commodities. So fuck oil. We're talking things like lumber, whatever the fuck goes in the sheetrock, copper. These are the things that are going to be used to rebuild after the flood comes in. Then you'd also want to look at civil engineering firms, civil engineers, plastics, actually, because a lot of the sewer systems are switching over to plastics now. Construction companies, your standard retailers, Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot, and then any other kind of construction material. I'm just trying to think like that. And then beyond long term of that, like if you're playing a year to 5 play, then you're going to say like, oh my gosh, the flood came, but now we're going to be Californians again, and the summer is nice and it's sunny and everybody wants to be California, because that song was saying, and anyone under 50 is a fucking idiot, they're all going to move to California again because it's sunny and that's where the action is. Oh my goodness. And so you capitalize on that bubble. So now you're looking at real estate, housing, realtors, your standard cocksucking motherfucking piece of shit realtors that go in like, there's an Applebee's, oh my goodness. And then we have like a Chipotle, it's all organic. Sorry, I have a love-hate with Chipotle. Chipotle is great food, but they're like always reminding you like, we recycle, we're organic, fuck you if you don't. It's like, yeah, just, you know what, give me my fucking burrito, put fucking double meat on it, and fuck you, I'm still throwing it all in the tray. They actually now have at Chipotle recycle, compost, and landfill. And I make sure I throw everything into landfill because that's where it ends up anyway, you stupid, ignorant, virtue signaling fucks. But that's not here nor there. So by then you're looking more long-term rebuild, redevelop. So your contractors, your real estate developers, your realtors, and you could even say some commodities as well, copper, steel, it's going to go, cement. That's another one that you could kind of look at there. So, but anyway, that is what the play is. The financial play on a natural disaster, whether it be a hurricane or it be an ARKStorm as well. So anyway, I hope that gives you a little bit of introduction to finance and what to invest in. The real trick, though, is like, look, I mean, I know you think like, aha, the storm is coming. The issue is not going to be whether you can be like, oh, no one knew to invest in Duracell. There are millions of people, 300 million, 315 million to be exact, Americans, more than half of which are adults. They're on the same game that you are. So like, if all of a sudden a storm is coming and it looks like, and it hits the mainstream media, it's too late for you to make any money because everybody's bought up these companies. You gotta, like, if you're a true believer or whatever, you're a true, and you think this storm is coming, okay, well, you better take some positions now while the prices are low before everybody, starts bidding it up. Because the market is lightning fast, man. It will scale up as the information comes in. So, anyway, hope that helps out. Wish you the best of luck. Hope you make $1 billion off of the demise of California, because I actually can't think of anything better than California just being washed out to sea. It would be wonderful. Toodles.